What is going on, folks? And good morning to you. Happy Monday. It is April 14th. The markets are up. They were higher. They were definitely higher, but they've now come down a little bit. I know we've got a different layout that we're going to go ahead and try out for you folks at home. Get my face nice and up in there. Currently going to be trading the futures and, of course, the stocks as well. Take a look at a couple of options to trade during the show. But let's go ahead and kind of do a quick little recap, right? On the ES, let's go to the weekly, by the way. Let me go to the weekly. Let's go to the ES. Because there's a couple of levels I wanted to talk about here. So we come back and we go ahead on, the big rally that we had on Wednesday. We go ahead and hit this support area, which was support rather, on the week of March 10th, and ends up being resistance at 55.12 on that Wednesday rally. Now, we'll see if we can go ahead and get over that. You can see I've got my alert set. I'm probably going to move this alert a little bit lower in case we do want to go ahead and hit that here later today. Now, you also have another support area that is going to turn into resistance, in my opinion, at this $5,600 level, but we'll wait till we go ahead and touch that area up there. That's the weekly candles that we're taking a look at here, by the way. Now, let's take a look at what's happening intraday in this markets as well as we go ahead and hit the highs, reject 5,500, no surprise whatsoever, but we do go ahead and continuously find support at this 54.45 level. Let's see how many times we've done it, right? You've got that once. Popped up, one support, two support, three support, four support, and now five support. So 5 times we've had support levels in this area. What I'm going to go ahead and do, let me see if I have my... I personally am going to go short. Let me make sure I'm on the MES side, though. Oh, see, I knew it. I knew I already had a trade out there. So I already have a trade to go ahead and take about 5 micro E-mini contracts at the 54.74.50 level with a stop loss right above these 2 candles here, where, again, they were acting as resistance. Now, I'm not sure if we'll get a chance to go all the way there, so I'm going to be a little greedy, just a little greedy. And I'm going to go ahead and go short 2 contracts here, just in case we don't go ahead and pop all the way up. Have my stop loss. Okay, wow. Wow. Right when I get in, the market says, you know what? You want your order? Yeah, sure. Let's go. We'll do it. I'm not sure what that whole shebang was about, but we apparently got filled. And now instead of just 2 or 5, we're short 7 micro E-mini contracts. That's all right. We'll see if it works out. Looks like there might have been some news that came out because you got a huge volume bar, which was almost the largest of the day. And to get that at 10:03 is a little odd. Usually you might get that at, say, 8:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock when news comes out. A little weird to get that right smack dab in this type of position. We're going to go ahead and get stopped out for about $400 of a loss, it seems. Let's see how it ends up playing out. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and go short 3 more here just because we're so close to our stop loss. See if we can get a bit of a better entry. And, of course, I'm going to go ahead and make one of these. 8. So that our stop losses are intact as well. Not the best trade, obviously, just because of how quick something popped up. No clue what happened in the markets, but we did get a pop-up. Let's see if we go ahead and come on down a little bit more. Let's move this one. Let's go here. All right, cool. That's what's going on in that part of the world. Let's go ahead and check out what's happening in Bitcoin. Let's see. You know what's crazy? I did not realize that last week, through all this chaos and madness, that you had Solana that hit below $100. So here's Solana, where in last week's madness of the sell-off that we had with the fake 90-day pause and all that good stuff. Matter of fact, I think this video is trying to... I think I just got stopped out. We sure did on the MES contracts. So we lost about $500 on that trade. You had this Solana go ahead and touch $100 here. Let me go to the... Yeah, I did not realize that it went under 100, but it did. Reclaimed it quite quickly. Matter of fact, the next hour, it reclaimed it and it held, and it's got a nice little move. Now, this is the, what do you call it? The trend line that we're waiting for it to break, and it finally did, and it held, and now it's moving up to the upside. Now, the next level for Solana to get over, in my opinion, is this 136.53 area, and we'll see if it's able to go ahead and conquer that. Let's go to delete some of this. All right, coming on over to the MES side. Says that trade clearly did not work out. Let's see if it does want to hit the highs. Let's go to Nvidia as Nvidia is trying to go ahead and reclaim VWAP and hold. See, it's kind of tough to go short anything just because the market's up about 1.5%, almost 2%. And then you also have stocks that are up as well. The strongest one being, of course, Apple, with the news that iPhones and smartphones, rather, will not be tariffed and they'll be a part of the exemptions that we're looking at in the markets as well. So a lot of price action, a lot of movement. Haven't found the opportunities I want to trade just yet. Would love to get Tesla around the 250 level. Not sure if we'll get it there for a trade, but we will keep an eye on it. And of course, my favorite stock in terms of long-term investing, Robinhood, doing quite well as we went ahead and bounced this from like the 34s, I think it was. I got to check when I got this stock added to my portfolio just last week's madness. Let's come back here to the SPY. See if we do want to break this. Found support right at the lows. Nice. We'll wait for this 10-minute candle to close, and I'll probably grab some position here at about 542. Let's go ahead and put that order in there. Let's go to, what did I say it was? 542. All right. As soon as this candle closes in about 1:30, I will go to put that order in. Let's see if something similar is happening with the ES. Not as well. It's a little too far for me to play it here. Looks like it just wanted to stop us out and then come a little lower. Okay, cool. Appreciate that. Thank you. Still up about $600 on the day because I did trade last night. The number amazing. Let's see. Less than a minute left. I don't like the fact that it's weakening on this 10-minute candle. I would have preferred a strong close and then a retest of this VWAP area. But we still have about 30 seconds to see which way it wants to close. All right. Let's go ahead and grab about 50 shares if we can. All right, I'm in for 50 shares here. Again, what your platform you're seeing is with trade date, so I don't have my options or my stocks kind of built into this one, but I do have it on my other platform, which I will show you. My stop loss here is going to be approximately, let's say, for about $100. So we got in right here. I would say my stop loss is about here, and my targets will be the high of day. All right, cool. As a matter of fact, here, let me go ahead and do this for you. I wish it would actually, here, let me see if I can. Let me see. Let me actually see if I can do this. Come back here. I'm just kind of messing with it for y'all. Let's see. I think I'm going to wait on the ES side to trade it if it can get over this and hold. Kind of a bummer, though, that it kind of broke us, stopped us out, and then came to the downside. I mean, that kind of really sucked. Not going to lie. Going to set an alert here as well in case we want to go short. Because this would have been like maybe $300 in profit, but it just stopped us out and went up 4 points higher, and then it came right back down. Nice. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. On Friday, I think we had gone, what was this? 6 for 1? 6 and 1, rather. So 6 wins, 1 losses. Or 1 loss, rather. If you randomly hear me humming and sing, it's because I've got music playing in my ear as well. That is not music you're able to hear because there are some copyright laws. And we can't stream them to you. All right, cool. Appreciate that, Franco, because this is so much better sometimes. All right. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to have my support area, my... Let's see, am I down about... Here, let's go ahead and add a little bit to this position. I'm going to go ahead and add about maybe 20 more shares. Looks like I got it. My average is now 541.83. What did I say it was? 541.82. 541.82. Nice. So I bought 75 shares at 541.83. Stop loss is going to be $539.87. Take profits is going to be all right, here's what we've got. Let's see how it goes. Nice little bounce off of VWAP on the ES. I do like that. I do like that. Let's see if we can get a close above. Come on. Ooh, Apple to the downside. Okay, hold on a second. Apple. Feel like there might be a short opportunity on Apple. I just don't want to short a stock that's up 3%, though, you know? It's not what I want to do. It is not in the business that I want to be in. Yeah, see, some of these stocks I'd like to go short. Like, I'd love to go short Nvidia here. Not here, but like maybe if it comes up 30, 40 cents, stop loss would be right there, but I don't know. All right, looks like we're down about $100 so far on this trade. If I am wrong, which it looks like I am about to be wrong, I am going to go ahead and add 25 more, or excuse me, how many shares do I have at the moment? Let's go ahead and add about 30 more. All right, my stop loss, now it's 100 shares at... My average is 52s. My stop loss is going to stay the same. So if I'm wrong, I'll lose about $150 or so. And of course, as always, I will be transparent and show you my screen, whether I get stopped out or otherwise. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, I like the way this is kind of setting up. Where's the VWAP on this one? Oh, Robinhood's below this area. Okay. It is a weaker stock. Close to getting stopped out here. We're going to stop out in about 30, 40 cents. It'd be great if it just found support here, right? And then just turn around. Doesn't seem to be the case. I'm about to get stopped out, and I will. Let me go ahead and sell this. All right, I went ahead and lost about $163 on that. Let me go ahead and share that to y'all. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Maybe I'll just take a quick little snippet of it. Hang on one sec. Maybe that'll be easier for y'all. And we'll do this after just about every trade, so you guys can see, you know, wins, losses, whatever the case is. And there it is. So remember, we purchased 50 shares first, and we added along the way. So we had 100 shares total. We sold 100 shares, and we unfortunately got stopped out. So we are down 163 bucks. And of course, what do you know? Similar to the other trade, looks like it stopped us out, climbed up. Who knows if that's going to be the way that it closes, though? But this is going to be an L trade. Get rid of that. And now I just kind of wait and see which way he wants to go. So we're just in this little box. So I'm just going to kind of wait and see which way this box wants to go. There's no way the SPY's coming right back up after it stopped us out for the second time, right? Of course it is. Of course it is. It's saying, haha, watch this. We took your money. Now we're going to head to the upside. I wonder if it'll hit this and come right back down. Looks like NQ is trying to reclaim VWAP. I'm sure the SPY is going to do something similar. Oh, come on. Gross. Gross. All right, we've got our alerts set on the SPY. We're going to kind of just wait and see in which direction the market wants to go. And then on the break of this, I'll probably go short again. This is also something that's kind of called the orb strategy, where you have, right? So this is kind of where you have the 30-minute candle, right? So if we go to put the 30-minute candle, you have the high of that candle right there, and you've got the low of that candle. And you just kind of wait and see which way it's going to break out. So some people will do like, oh, if the 5-minute candle closes to the upside, I'll go long. If the 5-minute candle closes to the downside, like right here, I'll go short with a stop loss above. There are many different ways to do it, many different ways to back test it. But for now, we're kind of just in this little range. So I'm not going to trade it anymore. I'm going to wait and see which way the market wants to go. That was a banger song that I was playing. What was it? Just hanging out in this range. Let's see what the range is for the Qs. I haven't looked at that. So the range for the Qs is this. That's the 30-minute range for the Qs. There we go. There's that VWAP test to the downside now. This EMA is really just holding on. Great support for them at the moment. $30.45 there. 1, 2. By the way, this is an area that I would want to buy Nvidia. This 111, in case it gets there. Matter of fact, let me put the order in. Nvidia. If it even gets there. All right, got 100 shares of Nvidia to purchase right here. And the way that this trade will work out for me is we will risk about right there. Market's still trying to figure out which direction they want to go. I mean, the opening candle was what? Right over, where was the opening candle? So the opening candle was at 544. And then we've just kind of been stagnant since then within this 5-point range. No direction has been chosen yet. Of course, another area to purchase Apple would be at this $200 mark. Let's see what's going on with Baba with the Chinese news. Baba's doing nice. And I mean, remember there was a conversation about Chinese companies no longer being listed on the NASDAQ or the NYSE. Seems like that is no longer the case as Baba makes new highs compared to what last week's action was. I cannot believe we got stopped out once again by about 30 cents and the market's just ripping higher again. Like, that is so gross. You know what I mean? So gross. And of course, if this candle closes above in 3 minutes, I'm going to be sucked right back in. I'm going to be sucked right back in. Even though, of course, I said I wouldn't be. Here we go, trying to break above. On the ES, you had this 54.75 area that was resistance. Are we finally going to break above? Looks like we are crossing on the MES side. This is really upsetting. The fact that it came right back after stopping us out for 30 cents is really, really upsetting. Just come on, just get a stronger close. All right, I'm going to get sucked back into the SPY. Here we go. I'm going to go with 50 shares this time, though. Nothing too crazy. I'm in again at 50 shares. I'm going to grab another 25 because I'm a crazy person. All right, so now for this trade, I'll tell you where I'm at. Where's my? What was my entry before? I don't even remember. You know what? I'm gonna grab 25 more. All right, here we go. Where is my... All right, bought 100. What did I say it was? 542.05. I just keep getting these gross ass fills, man. I gotta do better. I've got to do better, buddy. All right, that's the trade. We already are down about 160 bucks. If this loses, we'll be down about another 200 bucks. I do not want to be down another 200 bucks, so let's not have that happen, please. I feel like I should take gains around this area here, just because that's where resistance was. So I'm a little nervous about it, but let's see. Also, yeah, this entry was just bad of me. If I wanted to get long, I should have had my entry right around here, and it would have saved me 30 bucks in case this trade loses, and it would have helped me make 30 bucks in case this trade wins. So bad entry on my point, or my part rather. Interestingly enough, you have Apple that's still near the low of the day. Tesla's moving a bit higher. That's good to see. Where's my boy Nvidia? Trying to get to the upside. Didn't they get that fill on that trade? So let me cancel that. SPY's looking good. We're moving. We're up about 50 bucks on the trade. What I will probably do is I probably won't give it this whole... Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll just kind of have my stop loss over there. Let's have my stop loss be about 80s. I don't want to go too crazy with this. Da, 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 da. Look at that. We just can't stay above that level. Like, we poke above and we're like, nah, we don't like it. No, thank you. No, thanks. And, of course, we're right back in the red. Nice. 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 Check out any other futures play we have. Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin, a nice little pop. Okay. It's so far from removed down there, though. All right, let's go back here. Still hanging out there. We're about 40 bucks on the trade, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for at least like 100 bucks. Let's see if we can. Remember the time I said I'd stay disciplined and not trade? But that's the thing. Like when you're doing a show and when you're live, you're just kind of like, we'll kind of hang out here. We'll trade. We'll play some stuff. All right, here we go. We're looking to break the prior candle high. Are we going to do it? Are we going to do it? Break it. Just break it with volume and let's get up here. Come on. You can do it. Oh, you know what? I wonder. If I can do this. I'm just curious. Now I'm just playing with the... Oh, look at that. Cute little thing there. Can also just show it like that, I guess. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Apple is weak since the session started. Because look at where Apple is, right? So Apple is near the low of day, whereas the SPY is looking to have a chance to crack high a day in about how many points are we off? And about 0.3%. So even though Apple is relatively strong in terms of how much it's up on the day, it is weak compared to where the market is at the moment. So what that tells me is if you wanted to go short, Apple could be a good way to go short because it's weak. So if the SPY comes down, Apple should come down similarly as well. And just like that, we're right back down to the entry price. Ay, 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 ay. Come on, SPY, just rip it. Just rip it. Of course, at 11 o'clock, we've got my man Hank coming up with the blockchain report. So make sure you guys stick around. There's the SPY. Turn it around, hopefully going in our way. Where is the ES? Oh, I did close there, didn't it? I'm just going to go ahead and grab 5. Kind of have my stop losses here and here. Immediately it did that, huh? Immediately within a minute it did that. Wow. Da-da-da, 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 da-da. It might want to come here, though. Yeah, let me just... I'm going to close this. I'm going to wait to see if we can get a better entry on it. But it looks like the SPY does want to continue going. Up about 70 bucks on the trade. Now 50 bucks. I mean, this thing is just down. Up and down. You know, we've talked about opening candles in the past. If we go ahead and take a look at MSTR. Didn't quite get to 300. That would have been a great buy, but just a couple of bucks away. Now trying to break high day again and stay above it. But where is the daily on this one? You had to kind of close the gap. And now moving to the upside. Come on, SPY. Come on, SPY. I am going to go ahead and purchase one ES contract here. If it comes down to test. But that's if it wants to come all the way down there. On this close of the 15-minute candle. Oh, it's getting weaker, though. It's getting weaker. Do I want it? That's a little too weak. Let's see. I'll put it back in there. It's fine. All right, we're in the trade for one ES contract. This one is going to end up being about... There you go. We can sell it right there. Quick little flip. Quick little flip. Come on, flip it up. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. That's dirty. Come on. We're doing so well. We were doing so well. Come on. How many more points? This is, I need about a point and a half more. Ooh. Ooh. We're just going different ways now. We were about 0.75 away. We were 3 ticks away from taking our gains. We're still about 3 ticks away. Can I please just get it, for the love of God? Just sell me out, please. Can I just take my gains? Don't do this to me. I mean, just look at this. Here, let's go to the... Look how close we get every single time. And of course, now I'm going to be in the red. Oh, this is gross. Am I in tilt mode? Yes. I am in tilt mode, but this is where we are now. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Bang. All right, sweet. Nice little trade there. Up again about 700 bucks or so. Let's see where our SPY's at. SPY's doing really well now. Let's see what our... Where is our gold? Gold's moving a bit higher. I mean, if we break this 543, we should be good to continue moving on higher. Come on, just pop above. Just break it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and sell about maybe... Where is... Let's sell 50 here. All right, sold 50. Here, let's... I'm just kind of... It's just kind of making me messy a little. Would this been a 2-to-1 if I wanted it? Nah, 2-to-1 would have been all the way up here, right? Yeah. Got it. All right, well, you know, we still have the SPY that's going. We went ahead and sold out a half. I'm going to go ahead and delete this because it ended up with gains. I'll show you the trade at the moment. When your lips so deep, I die. All right, so here's the second trade that we took. Again, we were down about 160 bucks or so. As you can see, if we went from 100 shares of SPY, now I still have 50, which means my unrealized gains, because I haven't sold this 50, is still about 56 bucks. On the day, we are down 66 bucks. But as the SPY continues to rip, that deficit gets smaller and smaller. As the 50 shares that I still have are up about 74 bucks. Now, the question that I have for myself is, how am I going to play this? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell another 50 if we can get to about 40 cents higher. I'm sorry, I'm going to sell. So I have 50 left. I think I'm going to sell another 25 if we can get 25, or if we can get about here, 40 cents higher. And then I might just leave the rest for the rest of the day and see how it wants to go. Is what I'm thinking. Let me go ahead and sell another 25. Another 25 sold. My life. Got a double bottom, maybe? Yeah, I thought so. I thought so. I thought so. More than I can chew. Let's go to the ES. You know what? Actually, no. I'm just curious where this would have been. I wonder if we go ahead and retest right here, and at 11 o'clock might be a good spot to buy it right here if it gets there. Matter of fact, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we've got about, I would love for this candle to close and then come back the next one. Test right here is what I would love to see happen. So have this close. The next candle starts. Touch this area. And we take it to the upside. And look at this. Even with the market almost at highs, Nvidia still can't get above VWAP and hold. Apple, I'm sure, is a similar story. Yep. 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 I need to put a stop loss in on that remaining shares. What's my entry on that? 42. I'm going to have a stop loss of 541.30s on that. $541.30s. All right, stop loss is in. We'll just let the rest ride, see how it goes throughout the day. Maybe we just end up getting an inside day. Let's see. Nah, it's impossible for us to get an inside day. But yeah, we are right within the range of 30 minutes. Have not gone above, have not gone below. Maybe we'll get some nice moves towards the end of the day. All right, folks, appreciate y'all for watching. Again, on the market side, we are down about 80, 90 bucks, or excuse me, about 66 bucks. And on the futures side, we're up about 700 bucks or so. Had a couple of good trades, but the first one on the SPY kind of ended us in the red, and it keeps us there on the equity side. Again, I'm personally waiting to see if I want to take this trade again on this trend line here around 11 o'clock or so. Appreciate you guys for watching, but don't go anywhere. You've got my man Hank coming up next with the blockchain report. We appreciate you for watching. See you next time.